Yo, what is up guys, my name's Hakiii and I created the most expensive 10 car garage you can possibly make in GTA Online. In this video, we're gonna take a look at the cars, the different designs, and all that good stuff. So if you enjoy, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. Let's start from the back and go then to the front. So first up, we have the Vigilante with this like candy red type paint job. This vehicle costs about like $3.8 million. After customization and upgrades, it's probably gonna be over $4 million bucks. It's got the ice white Benny's wheels on them as well, and the pearlescent makes this car look way nicer. It's got like a hot pink pearlescent. It does give it a really nice shine, and because I have Benny's wheels on this thing, as you can see, the back wheels just look completely lifted from the back. It's kind of weird, but they're not actually lifted. The car acts like they're actually on the ground. It just looks weird, to be honest. Still a very expensive vehicle, obviously. Next up, we have the Torero XO. This is a pretty recently released supercar. It has pop-up headlights, which is a very unique feature. You don't see that with many cars in the game, especially supercars. Beautiful like midnight galaxy purple type color with a bright blue pearlescent on it. I think the ice white Benny's wheels look very clean on it, and then finally it has a like and sub Yankton plate, which you should definitely do if you haven't yet. Super cool looking vehicle if you ask me. I think it costs like 3.75 million or something. Also, you can see the engine in the back, which is awesome. Next up is an Amani Tech upgradable vehicle. We got the Champion. Now, not only does this cost like almost $4 million, but after upgrades, since you have to put Amani Tech and stuff like that, like the missile lock-on jammer, you're probably gonna be spending about $4.5 million total on this thing. So holy crap, it is expensive, but it's a very cool car. I went with like a darker type red on the paint job, along with a bright red on the pearlescent, also a bright red on the secondary color, and then red on those beautiful looking Benny's wheels with the red outline on them. I think this car looks absolutely amazing. It's got the Yankton plate on the back. I really like this livery as well, with like the wolf looking thing on the sides. Next up, we have an exclusive next gen vehicle. This vehicle is only available on next gen. It is the weaponized Ignis. This thing is super expensive. Total, you're going to be spending about $4.5 to $5.5 million on this vehicle. It's really expensive, and this machine gun on the top is an absolute tank. It blows up any street vehicle within like 2 seconds or something like that. It's really strong. This design is similar to the one on the Torero XO. Maybe it's like a little different. It's got this like midnight galaxy purple with a bright blue. I went with a blue outline on those Benny's wheels to match it up with the pearlescent on the vehicle, and that's pretty much it. Next, we have a sports car, which is actually considered one of the most expensive vehicles in the game. I know that's kind of surprising as a sports car. This Italia RSX is an absolute beauty in my opinion. I went with like mostly like a red and white type combo with a little bit of black as well. Pretty basic bright red color on it, but it still looks really nice. It's got the beautiful ice white Benny's. They match up nicely with the interior color and also some of the livery, and it's just overall a beautiful car. I mean, literally the front of it and the back of it look amazing. You can see the engine in the back. The exhaust look really cool. It's got the Hakiii Yankton plate on it. Of course, this is an absolute beauty. I love this sports car. Next up is the Deluxo right here. I went with an all secret gold design, the secret gold paint job, yellow branded secret gold F1 wheels, and then rare as F on the Yankton plate on the back. Nothing too crazy about this car, but I mean, it's hella expensive. So, and speaking of expensive, I think the Torero might even be a little more expensive than the Deluxe. So we have a green and black design on this one. I really like this shade of green. It's maybe what you would call a aloe type green. I really like it. It's very like subtle and light. I got the F1 wheels on there with perfectly matching green branding. Look how similar the paint job is to the green branding. That's what I went for, really. And I think this car looks super cool. The Yankton plate, of course, and that's pretty much it. Let's move on to the next one, which is the BR8 F1 car. It cost about $3.5 million, and after upgrades probably closer to $4 million. So nice to see an F1 car. I really like driving them around, to be honest. I don't see people paying too much attention to F1 cars anymore, which kind of sucks because I actually think they're a very cool addition to the game. And with this one, I just went with a nice looking orange paint job along with ice white on the F1 wheels. I could have put Benny's wheels on this thing, but personally I just think the F1 wheels on the F1 car look better because I mean they're kind of meant for each other. Next is a fan favorite. Not really though. Some people absolutely despise the Oppressor Mark II, but recently it's gotten way more expensive. It used to be under $4 million. Now it costs a whopping $8 million to get this thing. So it's safe to say this thing is insanely expensive, and it's more than double the price of a lot of these vehicles, and that's why I had to include it in this garage. Nothing too crazy about this one, just a nice looking purple crew chrome type paint job, and that then finally we have the scramjet. This is also, I think, about $3.8 million. I went with a really clean design on this one, with the green tints on the windows, a pure black paint job. This thing looks so freaking nice. Also the black on the wheels, the Benny's wheels I should say, and then I don't think this vehicle really has a license plate. But that is pretty much the garage. This is the most expensive garage you can possibly build in a 10-car garage, that is. Now click the video on screen now for the most expensive things you can possibly buy in GTA Online. I hope you all enjoy that video, and peace.